Good afternoon again. I am Judge Sonia Brown, the presiding judge for the trial of the state of Georgia versus Matthew Scott Lanz, 22-900-922. We are present here in the open courtroom. President of the court, the clerk, the court reporter, Mr. Lanz, who is represented by Attorney Jean Berry, and the state is represented by Assistant District Attorneys Green and Horowitz. In the Superior Court of Cobb County, state of Georgia, the state of Georgia versus Matthew Scott Lanz, defendant, criminal action file number 22-900-922, non-jury judgment after bench trial. Defendant having waived his right to trial by jury, the parties having consented to a bench trial before the court, and the bench trial having commenced at November 17th, 2025 at 9 a.m. Now, therefore, after considering the evidence admitted during the bench trial, the parties' arguments, and the applicable law, the court finds as follows. As to count 1, malice murder, the court finds the defendant, Matthew Scott Lanz, guilty. As to count 2, malice murder, the court finds the defendant, Matthew Scott Lanz, guilty. As to count 3, felony murder, the court finds the defendant, Matthew Scott Lanz, guilty. As to count 4, felony murder, the court finds the defendant, Matthew Scott Lanz, guilty. As to count 5, felony murder, the court finds the defendant, Matthew Scott Lanz, guilty. As to count 6, felony murder, the court finds the defendant, Matthew Scott Lanz, guilty. As to count 7, home invasion, the court finds the defendant, Matthew Scott Lanz, guilty. As to count 8, aggravated assault, the court finds the defendant, Matthew Scott Lanz, guilty. As to count 9, aggravated assault, the court finds the defendant, Matthew Scott Lanz, guilty. As to count 10, possession of firearm during commission of a felony, the court finds the defendant, Matthew Scott Lanz, guilty. As to count 11, possession of firearm during commission of a felony, the court finds the defendant, Matthew Scott Lanz, guilty. As to count 12, cruelty to children in the second degree, the court finds the defendant, Matthew Scott Lanz, guilty. As to count 13, tampering with evidence, the court finds the defendant, Matthew Scott Lanz, guilty. This 20th day of November 2025, signed and affixed with my signature, Judge Sonia N. Brown. Would you all like to take a look at the form?
No, Your Honor.
Right, Madam Clerk, if you would please enter this non-jury judgment after bench trial into the record of the court. Right, I will hear from the state of the defense regarding sentencing.
Your Honor, we have talked, I know that the state has quite a large number of people that want to speak. I think it probably would be wise to start that in the morning. So we can get through with it tomorrow.
Stay.
We don't have any objection to that. Thank you.
Okay. All right, so we will stand in recess until 10 a.m. tomorrow morning, in which time both the state and the defense will have an opportunity to present arguments and any statements from any victim impact statements or statements in mitigation on behalf of Mr. Lanz.
Thank you.
Right. Stand in recess until 10 a.m. Oh, one moment, please. Court is still in session.
Your Honor, just for the record, and I apologize for not putting this on the record prior, but as for your deliberations, the following exhibits were not provided to Your Honor. That was State's Exhibit 670 in the ATF crime lab report, State's 671, another ATF lab report, State's 917, which was the Google search history, State's 607, which was the Zetec OZ9 of the defendant's gun. State's Exhibit 468 was not an exhibit. It was never tendered, it wasn't missed, it just was never, that number was never used. And then finally, of course, we did not provide Your Honor with Master Drive A, which contains State's Exhibits 5, 7, 460, 462, 463, 464, 465, 466, 467, 469, 470, 471, 472, 473, 474, 481, 685, and 686. Thank you.
We're agree with that.
Right, all the evidence has been brought and placed back in court.
Thank you so much.
Right, we'll stand in recess until 10 a.m. tomorrow morning.
Thank you, Jan.
Dennis, you do have a status hearing, well, Floyd, that's not that, I have a status hearing in 1:30 recess. Okay. So we'll be in session at 1:30, but it's on a Saturday.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Wow, so we got that very surprising guilty verdict again. He was guilty on so many counts, I lost count. We all have sentencing tomorrow, and of course, we'll peep in there, just kind of like we did today. So we have another one that bites the dust, right? Another one bites the dust. He was so ready to get back to his cell, he didn't know what to do. We was interrupting his lunch, first and foremost. Yeah, we were interrupting his lunch and stuff, and he had to come back out to hear her give him guilty times 20. Like, ain't nobody got time for that. He got better things back there in his cell to do, y'all. Like, come on. Like, another one bites the dust. They was excited over there. They got the clapping. We didn't expect anything different, right? I didn't expect anything different. Did y'all? We got to get us a theme song for when they found guilty. Okay, I seen that Jason put the hit the road, Jack. Don't you come back no more, no more, no more. Oh, we gotta get us a track. We're gonna have to get us a track for that. Yeah, it's definitely been a guilty week. We started off Monday with guilty everywhere. We knew this was gonna kind of be guilty. Hey, Mr. Officer.